Hi everybody, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to be talking about new releases that have been announced for 2023 that I am excited for. I know that there's going to be a lot come out in 2023 that we haven't heard about yet, or new authors that I'm going to discover and I'm going to love. But these are just authors new and old right now that really mean the world to me, that I enjoy very greatly, and books that have been announced and that I am super excited for. So let's get started. The first book will be from none other than Ruth Ware, 0 Days, and as of right now this has a projected release date of June 20th. And here is the synopsis that I have found. The New York Times bestselling new Agatha Christie, Ruth Ware, returns with this adrenaline-fueled thriller that combines Mr. and Mrs. Smith with The Fugitive, about a woman in a race against time to clear her name and find her husband's murderer. Hired by companies to break into buildings and hack security systems, Jack and her husband Gabe are the best penetration specialists in the business. But after a routine assignment goes horribly wrong, Jack arrives home to find her husband dead. To add to her horror, the police are closing in on their suspect, her. Suddenly on the run and quickly running out of options, Jack must decide who she can trust as she circles closer to the real killer in this unputdownable and heart-pounding mystery from an author whose propulsive prose keeps readers on the hook and refuses to let anyone off until all has been revealed. This just sounds so incredibly exciting to me. I can't wait for it, and I'm glad that it's in June, so I don't have to wait too long. But I love a good Ruth Ware book, and the premise of this just sounds so exciting, so I can't wait for it. The next book is another thriller by one of my thriller girls that I enjoy so much, Miss Lisa Jewell, and this one is called None of This Is True, with a projected release date of August 8th, 2023. And the synopsis is this. Prepare to be hooked, the nail-biting suspense from the addictive #1 million copy best-selling author. Celebrating her 45th birthday at her local pub, podcaster Alex Summers crosses paths with an unassuming woman called Josie Fair. Josie is also celebrating her 45th birthday. They are, in fact, twins. A few days later, Alex and Josie bump into each other again, this time outside Alex's children's school. Josie has been listening to Alex's podcast and thinks she might be an interesting subject for Alex's series. She tells Alex, on the cusp of new changes in her life. Alex agrees to a trial interview. Josie's life appears to be strange and complicated, and although Alex finds her unsettling, she can't quite resist the temptation to keep digging. Slowly, Alex starts to realize that Josie has been hiding some very dark secrets, and before she knows it, Josie has inveigled her way into Alex's life and into her home. Soon she begins to wonder, who is Josie Fair and what has she done? I like the sound of this. It kind of sounds like an evil twin swap type of thing. That's kind of the impression that I'm getting from it. So taking like a cutesy trope and turning it into something more nefarious, I think is going to be kind of cool. And I'm interested to see the way that Lisa Jewell does it, because she is so suspenseful and her prose is so beautiful. Okay, the next one could very well be going against everything that I've said in recent months, because it's from an author that I have felt to be lackluster, or that I've had somewhat of a love-hate relationship with, and that's Riley Sager. As a lot of you know, I recently read The House Across the Lake, and I absolutely hated it. I thought it was the worst book of the year that I've read. And while I am willing to finish his backlist, because I only had 2 books left, I had said that I wouldn't be reading anything going forward. And I feel like I shot myself in the foot with that. That was before I read the synopsis of his upcoming book, and it sounds really intriguing. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay away from it. So I very well might be trying this one. I don't know, but it sounds good. So let's go ahead and get into it. It is called The Only One Left. And it has a projected release date of June 20th, as well as Ruth Ware. So that's going to be a busy month. And the synopsis is as follows. Best-selling author Riley Sager returns with a gothic chiller about a young caregiver assigned to work for a woman accused of a Lizzie Borden-like massacre decades earlier. At 17, Lenora Hope hung her sister with a rope. Now reduced to a schoolyard chant, the Hope family murders shocked the Maine coast one bloody night in 1929. While most people assume 17-year-old Lenora was responsible, the police were never able to prove it. Other than her denial after the killing, she has never spoken publicly about that night, nor has she set foot outside Hope's End, the cliffside mansion where the massacre occurred. Stabbed her father with a knife, took her mother's happy life. It's now 1983, and home health aide Kit McDear arrives at a decaying Hope's End to care for Lenora after her previous nurse fled in the middle of the night. In her 70s and confined to a wheelchair, Lenora was rendered mute by a series of strokes and can only communicate with Kit by tapping out sentences on an old typewriter. One night, Lenora uses it to make a tantalizing offer. "I want to tell you everything." "It wasn't me," Lenora said, "but she's the only one not dead." As Kit helps Lenora write about the events leading to the Hope family massacre, it becomes clear there's more to the tale than people know. But when new details about her predecessor's departure come to light, Kit starts to suspect Lenora might not be telling the complete truth, and that the seemingly harmless woman in her care could be far more dangerous than she first thought. This sounds so gripping and so chilling, and it does sound a lot like the Lizzie Borden massacre, with kind of like an updated spin, like in the modern times. So I think that seems really interesting, and I want to see how it's going to turn out, but I am skeptical because of The Last House on the Lake. I don't know how I feel. Part of me really, really, really wants to try this book, and another part of me is like, just read the backlist and forget about it. So what I'm thinking is I'll read the backlist, and if I enjoy those books, then I will read this one. So we'll just have to see how it goes. The next book is from Miss Shari Lapena. Everyone Here is Lying. This has a projected release date of July 25th, and the synopsis is as follows. Another thrilling domestic suspense novel from the New York Times bestselling author of The Couple Next Door. Lapena is a master of manipulation. Welcome to Stanhope, a safe neighborhood, a place for families. William Wooler is a family man on the surface, but he's been having an affair that ended horribly this afternoon at a motel up the road. So when he returns to his house, devastated and angry, to find his 9-year-old daughter Avery unexpectedly home from school, William loses his temper. Hours later, Avery's family declares her missing. Suddenly, Stanhope doesn't feel so safe, and William isn't the only one on his street who's hiding a lie. As witnesses come forward with information that may or may not be true, Avery's neighbors become increasingly unhinged. Who took Avery Wooler? Nothing will prepare you for the truth. This sounds very, very interesting, very true crime-esque, and I'm hoping that it's not the way that it sounds. I'm hoping that the little girl just ran away, but it's a thriller, so who really knows, right? It sounds really intriguing, and I've steadily been becoming more and more interested in Shari Lapena. I haven't liked everything she's done, but I have been getting into her works more, so I am interested to see how this one goes. The next book is one from an author that I haven't read a ton of stuff from, but I fell in love with The Night Swim earlier this year, so it's making me want to read this newest book very much, and this is a book by Megan Goldin called Dark Corners, with a projected release date of August 8th. Rachel Craw, the true crime podcaster star of Megan Goldin's acclaimed Night Swim, returns to search for a popular social media influencer who disappeared after visiting a suspected serial killer. Yes! This ties into the Night Swim. I didn't know that. Oh, I'm even more excited for it now. Terrence Bailey is about to be released from prison for breaking and entering, though investigators have long suspected him in the murders of 6 women. As his freedom approaches, Bailey gets a surprise visit from Madison Logan, a hot young influencer with a huge social media following. Hours later, Madison disappears, and police suspect she's been kidnapped, or worse. Is Madison's disappearance connected to her visit to Bailey? Why was she visiting him in the first place? When they hit a wall in the investigation, the FBI reluctantly asks for Rachel's help in finding the missing influencer. Madison seems only to exist on social media. She has no family, no friends. And other than her posts, most people have never seen her. Using a fake Instagram account, Rachel Crawl goes undercover to BuzzCon, a popular influencer conference where she discovers a world of fierce rivalry that may have turned lethal. When police find the body of a woman with the tattoo of a snake eating its tail, the FBI must consider a chilling possibility. Bailey has an accomplice on the outside and a dangerous obsession with influencers, including Rachel Crawl herself. Suddenly, a target of a monster hiding in plain sight, Rachel is forced to confront the very real dangers that lurk in the dark corners of the internet. I love the sound of this, and I love that it ties into The Night Swim. I loved Rachel's character in that book. So, I am excited. I am so excited for this. This sounds so good. Yeah, I'm over the moon about this. Like, I saw that she had an upcoming book. I didn't read the synopsis until just then. But it's got me so much more excited than I already was. I cannot wait to dive deeper into her books. So those are some of the books that have been announced that I'm already super excited for. There's other authors that put out books every year that I couldn't find anything on, but I'm sure they will have something. So I'll probably be updating this as time goes on. But that's a nice little chunk to start with, and I'm so excited to be heading into the new year to read these. Others that I'm sure will have books coming out are Colleen Hoover, Stephen King, Karen Slaughter. There's so many that I am sure we'll get some more books from. And I can't wait to jump right on into a new reading year. I found so many new authors this year, so many more people to follow, and it's a joy. I couldn't be happier with it. But that is all that I have for you guys today. If you like this video, please make sure to comment, subscribe, like, follow me on the social medias, click that bell if you want to be notified of all of my upcoming videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.